Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even Chelsea like a T.I. yet. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Belle Collective Season 2. Belle Collective, see, oh, my background is tearing up. Belle Collective 2, Season 2, Episode 7. Had to fix that background a little bit. Let me pause it and fix the background. Okay, I'm back. The show started off where it left off. Well, I say if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Uh, the episode started off where it left off last episode, where they were continuing to argue, and where Lakeisha had said to Aikishia that she didn't have a problem with her before Tamara told her that she said the ladies in the group were ugly, and then so Tamara said, "Well, I didn't say that." And Lakeisha said, "Yes, you did say that. You said some of the women were ugly." She said, "No, I didn't say some. I didn't say that. I didn't say that." Lakeisha said some of the women were ugly. Or some of the women were ugly and some of the women were shady. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And then Lakeisha said, "Yes, you did say that. Yes, you did say that." And then that's when chimed in and said, "Why I brought you in? I brought you to the table." And then so that's when Aikishia said, "Well, if you brought me to the table, you should have had clean plates." And she said, "That's another problem I had with you. That's another problem I had with you." Letitia was telling and she was saying, "No, I'm just saying." And then so and then so and then so Aikishia said, "Well, if Tamara said I said that, Tamara lying." Tamara jumped up. "I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You did say that." And then Aikishia say, I didn't say that." And Tamara said, "You did say that." So they got to arguing in each other's face, come on, arguing in each other's face. And then Latrice say, "What's going on here?" And then Melinda was saying, "Yeah, what's going on? Ladies, calm down. We better than this." And then so Tamara said, "I'm not lying. I know what you told me. You told me. I'm not taking nothing back." And then that's when Latrice say, I mean not Latrice, that's when Lakeisha say, well, when Marie was in the room, we was talking about that. I'm finna call Marie. So she called Marie. And then Marie said, "What's going on?" And then Marie said in the background, "I hear all that noise and all that." Well, okay, that's what I heard. What was going on? What was going on? Lakeisha said, "Marie, didn't Tamara tell us that Lakeisha said that Lakeisha said that we was ugly and we was shady?" She said, "Tamara, you did say that." Tamara said, "No, I didn't say that." She said, "Tamara, you did say that." Tamara said, Tamara said, "I did say that." And Marie said, "No, those were your exact words. I was right there in the room. That's what you said." And then that's when Lakeisha said, see, I told you that's what Tamara said." And then so, and then so, and then so, and then so, Tamara said, Tamara said, "I don't remember saying that." She said, "But what it was, she didn't exactly use the word, after they got off the FaceTime with Marie and stuff." And she said, "Thank you for helping me clear it up, Marie." And then they got off the FaceTime. When they got off the FaceTime with Marie, that's when Tamara sat back down and Aikishia sat back down, and they was out. Well, before they sat back down, Latrice went over there and said, "We better than this. We classy. Come on, sit down." So they went on, sat down after they got off the FaceTime. And then Tamara said, "Well, she didn't say exactly the word ugly, but she said she hoped there's some more pretty ladies at the table like her." And then that's when Lakeisha said, "Well, I never had a problem with you until you came to my event. And then when Tamara told me what you said, but I never had a problem with you." And then Aikishia said, "Well, I don't have a problem with you. I never had a problem with you." But in a confessional, Aikishia said, since Tamara lied on her and told her that she said that, and she said the girls was only feeling a certain kind of way because of what Tamara said, she would say that she thought Tamara was her friend. She gonna have to watch Tamara and stuff and stuff like that, and so they kind of got quieted down. And then so And then that's when Latrice asked Tamara. She said, Tamara, is everything good with you? We're good with you and Greedy, Demond or whatever you want to call him. And then so she said, yeah. And then Lakeisha said, the only reason why I brought that to you was because my friend Taisha was telling me that they had an emotional connection, emotional relationship. She said, well, I already talked about that with y'all. We ain't got to talk about that yet. And Latrice said, well, I'm just trying to make sure everything's good. She said, yeah, everything is good. Everything is good with me and Demond. Then they switched to the next scene, and the next scene was with So Gucci showing Latrice a new location for her goddess wig store, because she said that store has a lot of problems, and then she wanted a bigger space to have more people. And so they was looking at some buildings, and then So Gucci was saying, well, this is a nice big area. You say you want a nice big area. And Sharice got to looking around. It is pretty nice. It's pretty big. And she said, well, I'm going to tell you something else about this place, Latrice. It's, this is a historical building. She said, you might be able to change some stuff, but you're not going to be able to change it up there in the top, up there in the ceiling and the roof. She said, because this is a historical building. She said, well, it do look nice and pretty nice and spaces, but I didn't want no historical building. And what it is, anything that I'm a part of, I'm gonna want to put my spin on it and stuff too. And if I can't change nothing, well, she said, well, I thought this would be a nice big area, nice big place for you. She said, it is, and it is nice, it is a big place, but like I said, I want to put my spin on stuff. We need to look for more locations. She said, oh yeah, I'm gonna look for you more locations for your place. And while they were standing there talking, she said, well, I've been going through so much, So Gucci trying to find a new location and all this other stuff. With all this stuff going on with my business popping off and stuff, and then Cliff want me to have a baby, and I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for that, and stuff. And then so Gucci was saying, well, you probably might not want to have one now, but maybe you want to have one later, and it's not really a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing. Once you get used to it. And she said, once I get used to it, she said, yeah, once you get used to it, you probably have to. And she was saying, well, I've been thinking about it, because I'm looking at that, sometimes you might want to leave somebody behind that looks like you, that's gonna take care of the business stuff. So I'm thinking about it. She said, well, okay, just go on do it and don't think about it no more. And then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was with Aikishia at her house talking to her husband, and she was telling her husband, let me pause this right quick. I need to get some water. My throat was dry. And then after that, like I said, she was talking to her husband, and her husband asked her how was the men's group trip in the fishing, and he said, well, it was okay. It was okay at first, but it was okay at first until they got to talking about the cheating and stuff like that. And I was saying that's all they can talk about is the cheating and stuff like that. You said it was good without them talking about the cheating. And then so he said, well, how was your thing? And she was saying, well, it wasn't that good. We got into it. Me and Lakeisha got into it. He said, what? You and Lakeisha got into it? I thought y'all were. She said, yeah. She said, what it was, Lakeisha was upset about something that Tamara told them that I said, and I told him I didn't say it, and Tamara said I did say that, and I told him that I didn't call them ugly, and I didn't say the word ugly, and then he really got to looking all funny when she was telling me. She said another thing, Willie, I didn't like the fact that that what Lakeisha said about me and stuff like that. And so he said, well, what are you reading? She said, I got me a night to go downtown and give me something to eat for lunch. She said, what is? I got me a nice pigtail sandwich. He said, pigtail sandwich. She said, it tastes real good. He said, no, no, I don't like that kind of stuff. He said, I'm a New York person. I'm used to pizza. And I think he said pizza and lasagna, pizza and spaghetti, or something like that. And then after that, she told him that she didn't like the fact that Lakeisha talking about she brought her into to the Ferris Street project, and also that her mama didn't want her, and she said it really hurt her feelings. And then Willie said that was very disrespectful of Lakeisha to say that your mama didn't want you. And then in a confession, Lakeisha said, well, what it was, her mama gave her to her sister when she was a little girl, about 8 years old, and what it was, her auntie adopted her, and she said she couldn't ask for a better mama than that, because they gave her a good life, her auntie and her husband and stuff. And she was saying she still has a strained relationship with her mama. And then so it switched to the next scene, and the next scene is when Tamara was at the radio station, and she was being real busy. And then right after that, Melanie walked in, and then Melanie sat down, and Tamara was saying, Melanie, what do you think about the sister, Richard? She said it wasn't a good idea. She said, I just wanted to get the girls back together to try to make up for the rebirth, but that didn't happen. And then Melanie said, it sure didn't happen. It was even worse than that. And she was saying, well, what do you think? She said, like I said, it was a good idea. And she said, and she said, Tamara, sometimes people forget exactly, in here at the moment, they forget exactly what they said. And she was saying, well, I didn't lie. She said, well, I didn't lie on Aikishia. Aikishia did say that. The only problem was Aikishia didn't say the word ugly. She said that she hoped that it's more attractive women in the group, attractive like her. And she was saying, and then Melanie said, well, that is kind of on the word of ugly, even though she didn't come out and say the word. And she was saying, yeah. And they said, oh, let's move on. She said, yeah. She said, yeah, you always trying to get your clients to model and to rock the runway for Mississippi. She said, but what about you? Would you like to model, Melanie? Melanie said, well, I don't know. I thought I left the industry stuff behind a long years ago. She said, oh no, you come on, do you come? And then Melanie reluctantly agreed to go in the fashion show. And then the next thing you know, they switched to the last scene, and the last scene was the fashion show. Everybody started coming and started arriving, and then Lakeisha arrived with Glenn. Then Latrice came, and Latrice seen Lakeisha with Glenn, and she said, "What's going on? What's going on? Why is she with Glenn?" After all the antics Glenn did, his behavior lately, I don't know why she with him. She looked kind of funny. Then Marie came, and everybody else came. And then Lakeisha said in her confessional, she just only invited Glenn just to have somebody to go to the fashion show, which she didn't want to go by herself. She only doing it for the fashion show. But her and Glenn are still separated. And then after that, the fashion show started. And then the models walking down the runway, and then Melanie walked around the runway, and everybody was like, ooh, Melanie got it. And then Aikishia was cheering on, ooh, Melanie good, Melanie good. And then so Aikishia was saying, Aikishia was saying, ooh, yeah, Melanie look good, she looked real good in the fashion show. And then Latrice said, yeah, Melanie looked real good. She's working everything. Melanie got the looks and the body, and she's tall. Yeah, she could be a model. She said, I have to watch Cliff. I have to turn Cliff eyes so he won't be looking. Cliff looked kind of funny because Cliff was looking. Next thing you know, so Gucci came out there strutting her stuff and looking good. And then JJ come jumping up on the stage throwing money. And then Tamara said, JJ act like he's in the JJ act like he's in a strip club or something. This is not a strip club. This is a fashion show. And then everybody was saying rock the runway, and they were saying yeah. JJ walking down with his house. He walked back and forth throwing the money. Then Gucci did one more walk through, and then he threw the money on the stage and he started going crazy. Then in his confession, he talking about, well, I lost my mind a little bit, but so Gucci looked so Gucci, and so that's why I went on and did it. And then right after the show ended, Lakeisha went over there and started talking to Damon, which is greedy. And she said, well, you know, the reason why I told you, the reason why I told Tamara that, because Taisha told me that y'all had something going on, y'all had a relationship. He said, I don't know why you brought this here. You shouldn't have brought this here. He said, but that was in 2014 when me and her was messing, and was not messing around, but me and her was talking and doing this and stuff. And so so she said, that's the only reason why I brought it up, because you know, she made it seem like it was more than what it was. He said, no, it wasn't more than what it was. Next thing you know, Latrice walked up there and said, what's going on? What's going on? And she said, well, I was just explaining to Damon, who is greedy. Damon said, don't call me greedy no more, call me Damon. He said, I was just telling him, and he was just saying what Taisha was saying wasn't right, wasn't true. And I was just trying to get to the bottom of it. And then Latrice said, yeah, the way Damon acted, it seemed like there's something going on between him and that woman, and him and Tamara is hiding something in their relationship. And then next thing you know, here come Tamara walking up talking about they talking to Greedy, and she want to know what they talking about. And she was over there with the security guard at first, and they was congratulating us. And she came and said, what y'all talking about? He said, I just got through talking to Taisha, like I got through telling Taisha that ain't nothing going on with me and the decorator, Taisha. All that stuff is over with. Me and you trying to move on. We don't need to be going through that stuff. And then just right before Tamara got ready to say what she was going to say, here comes the security guard talking about they had to go rushing them out. And then Latrice said, what's going on? Why is the security guard rushing them out like this? We just want to talk to them. And then everybody looked kind of funny, and the show ended. It was really good. Like I said, the last 3 episodes of Belle Collective have really been good, and I've really been liking it, and stuff like that. Seemed like season 2, like I said, I did a binge watch like a week and a half or 2 before this season happened. But now that this season has happened, this season has been real good. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.